why do you hate Eminem?
Whoa. Why did I somehow feel like this was gonna go in that direction at some point? Did I feel like he was gonna try to jump out the window from Giddy Street? No. Bro, first of all,
Right.
I don't even really, you know, according to his fans, every time I speak about him. You know what I mean? Which we know is not factual, but I don't even like to get in it no more. Like, it was never about hating Eminem.
Right. It was just
stating facts. You know what I mean? Just stating facts.
right.
Hip hop is black music. We created this shit. As the creators, we decide
Right.
who our goats are.
Right.
That's it.
Okay.
Not record sales, not record companies, not white people, not any other people other than black people and, you know,
Right.
Puerto Rican. Because we was the ones that started this shit
Right.
in the beginning. So we decide. So when you got people coming up, oh, Eminem is the GOAT, he sold more records. We're like, real hip hop motherfuckers don't care about record sales. Like MC Hammer was selling mad records, Vanilla Ice was selling mad records.
Right.
Like that is not the criteria of what makes you good. And at the end of the day, you're not gonna hijack this shit from us and tell us who we fuck with.
Right. When you say MC Hammer, Ice-T was selling mad records.
I said MC Hammer and Vanilla Ice
Vanilla Ice.
was selling mad records.
Yeah, that would have been a big mistake. That would have been a big mistake. Why do you think they were so popular?
Because it was pop music. Pop music is short for popular music. Like,
Right.
And it was just, you know, it was mainstream. It was shit that white people could fuck with. So that's why, you know, black people will listen to a lot of music, but as far as being the purchasers of it, you know what I mean? It's really females and white people. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
they're the ones that really purchase music. Like, dudes, you know? It really takes some shit for us to go out and buy some shit. We're not gonna just buy anything.
When you heard Stepping Stone off that Kamikaze album, when Eminem, which has been called Eminem ending D12.
I had heard it already. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I heard it in the studio. I ain't feel no type of way. You know what I'm saying? You know, the group hadn't been together for years. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you know, ever since Proof passed away, it was, you know what I'm saying, was never the same. You know what I'm saying? Denom was a big, a lot of people don't know, Denom is a big producer.
Fire
He
too.
did 50 Cent, Show You How to Stunt. So he never really wanted to tour. So Proof passed away. M don't tour like that. He do like maybe 10 dates a year. So it was always like a three-man group, so it was never the same. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was like that for years. So, I mean, I wasn't shocked or surprised about it, but, you know, but hearing it and in the studio, but then actually hearing like it come out and people, the fans being so sad, that was kind of different. But I had already heard it before though. Yeah.
That's still like no conversation, or just the group just kind of faded out. And
It was Proof's baby. You know what I'm saying? And it was an all-star group. It was like all of us was in different cliques. You know what I'm saying?
I remember.
So it was like an all-star team that just became good, and then just decided, all right, we gonna, you know, become a crew. But you know, I had solo albums out way before D12 and shit. Yep.
So who picked y'all?
Proof.
Proof picked all y'all together.
Yeah.
M just trusted him to pick y'all. And then
M got picked too. Yeah.
Oh, M got picked.
It was supposed to be 12
for-
niggas.
Okay.
12 niggas, but we couldn't keep 12. Niggas is falling off and, you know what I'm saying, and not showing up to meetings and
Was that
shit.
inspired by Wu-Tang? them having such a large number of people?
Was Wu-Tang out then?
Well, I mean, Wu-Tang's from like 92, 93, right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
So yeah, y'all before y'all.
My bad.
I'm waiting for y'all, motherfuckers. Yeah.
Maybe yeah.
Duce.
You know what? Yeah, the Duce. Yeah. So yeah. 'Cause I think we used to say Baby Wu-Tang all the time. You know, I think definitely was.
So that's everybody's crew inspiration. Like was Wu-Tang. You
Baby
know what I
Wu-Tang.
mean?
Y'all niggas are Baby Wu-Tang. Remember niggas said?
So y'all didn't need to merge together. Y'all just clicked up, and because the proof was so solid, y'all just was like, we just gonna move forward like this. It was that simple.
Yep.
Rest in peace of Proof.
Yeah, rest in peace. R.P. Proof, man. That's my guy, man.
When Eminem, when I met him for the first time, it was at my video shoot for I Honor You, right? Clef told me he was coming. I had heard of him, you know, I heard a lot about him. Knew he rocked with the Outsiders and stuff. I knew he got busy. I had no problem with meeting him. At that time, there was a newborn on the set. The label was spanking us 2 weeks before that to say, this newborn, there's a newborn in the video for I Honor You. So when that newborn gets here, they're charging us $400 over SAG every minute for the baby being there. So they spanked everybody prior to all that. When Eminem came out the you know what I'm saying, out the bench truck, the Galata wagon, he's with Jimmy Iovine, when he came out the Galata wagon, newborn on set, y'all know what to do. So I was already under that pressure. I remember that part. When that happened, I was like, wow, like this can kind of wait, but and M pushed up to like, yo, Cannabis, I just want to work with you. I want to do something with you. I was told right before he got there, man, like not even 5 minutes before he got there, that he ghost wrote Ripper Strikes Back and all that. Back then, man, I was so, you know, I didn't know what was going on for real. I had to rely off of what I was being told, especially if it came from a source that I trusted or what I thought was reliable.
Well, at the end of the day, were they reliable sources?
No, because he didn't write it. And I was told that. And so my conversation with him was like, well, yo, why did you write that?
And what did he say?
Then he said he was embarrassed and said I didn't write it and so forth and so on. But I had destroyed the opportunity of ever really working with him again because he really was genuine about how he felt was going on. But at the time, you know, we all go through that when we get in them areas where it's like you feel like everybody out to get you. When you're dealing with a titan. And now you don't know who's what's what. And this is still a get busy profession at the time. We all rap, get on each other's track and tear each other's neck bone off. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't something we were like we doing R&B. Oh, we're gonna make love to these girls. All right, man, you sing that part, I sing this part. We talk about killing each other. We talk about doing all kinds, right? So it was not knowing that wasn't true. In my mind, I was like, why would you do that? Why would you come here and want to work so bad with me, and then you ghost wrote that? I didn't know. And so that destroyed everything.
And the Source, my thing is paid their dues.
Why
you know what I'm saying?
But you feel like he didn't pay his dues? Again, I feel like you targeting the artist when it's the people.
I don't think he paid his dues. I don't think he paid his dues to hop up to get MTV that quick.
Yo, he was.
You don't think because it was his talent, he was just dope?
Damn. So there's no like that then. Where's his videos on MTV?
Roy Hamilton.
There's no is that hot then? I mean, are we that bad?
Roy Hamilton.
No.
That's Roy Hamilton is what you're discussing. Roy Hamilton is the guy who gave Elvis Presley his singing style. But Roy Hamilton never saw the light that Elvis Presley saw. And a lot of people had issues with that. Eminem definitely got Elvis Presley treatment. That's not a lie. There's nothing inaccurate about him being able to jump the line because he was white and because he was seen as a savior. There's nothing inaccurate about that. He got covers. He got attention.
He said that in his own rap.
He said that everybody knows that. It's not a secret.
And the reason that happened is because, again, you know, hip hop at that point, the powers that be are looking at it like, okay, well, it's a black audience, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's a smaller audience because not everybody was listening to hip hop. There's still a big black part that even wasn't with hip hop.
Right.
But they're looking like, yo, all these white kids, and they outnumber us, like 3-4 to 1. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's 200 million. 36 million black people, 200 million white people. So automatically they're thinking numbers. We got to get to these white people, that the ones who don't with kids. hip hop was introduced through Eminem to white people who don't fuck with this. And I had a problem with that.
Right.
I had a problem.
But
And you know
why
what?
did
You
you
know
have?
what?
But
Maybe-
why did you have a problem?
Because
with
man,
that?
that's just Zeno, man. That's just Ray. What I can't even explain it because I'm not being
It's
sarcastic.
easily. Hold on. It's
Yeah.
easily explained. It's easily if I can. It's easily explained. Comes from a background where he's used to seeing black people being treated a certain kind of way,
And he didn't appreciate the
and
privilege.
he wanted to have. And this is just me. If I'm wrong, he can correct me. He's sitting right there.
They've been wrong so
When he
far.
sees hip hop, he sees something that he wants to belong to the people who created it. It's something that he doesn't want to necessarily have to share with someone else.
No. Hold up, man.
Let me finish it. Let me finish it.
Okay.
Something he doesn't necessarily want to have to share with someone else who he feels doesn't have respect for it.
Culture.
Then come up in it, doesn't appreciate it the right way, and is ultimately going to use it and abuse it for their own gain,
Right.
and not give back.
Terrence Crawford right there. That's Terrence Crawford shit right there. See, because I can't say it like that. See, Mecca's always had a mind. Like, everybody at the Source had amazing minds. The Source, when everybody that came through there, and they're doing amazing shit now. A lot of the people that came through the doors are doing it as Mecca is now. Like, amazing minds. Black, young minds, and white minds, and Asian minds, and Spanish minds. It was a great mix of people, and I'm not up there. I was fucking with all of them. I wasn't the bad guy up there. See, Dave was the hard one. I'm not trying to throw Dave under the bus, but people would come to me, hey, Zeno, you think you could talk to Dave? Hey, Zeno, you think? I wasn't up there all the time. I didn't even have an office.
Well, how tough was it for Rapper Joe that was sitting there, who's sent so many shots at the biggest names in the industry, and then finally, after your retirement, you get a shot from arguably the biggest name?
What shot at what? What are you talking about?
M.
What shot?
Sends a shot at you on the
Oh,
record.
dude.
So now Drake didn't want to take the challenge.
When did he get so salacious?
Hove didn't want to take the challenge.
He wasn't always this way.
I'm just saying. These are things I want to know.
You chased the salation.
I'm trying to figure it out because it's like, for me, all right, look.
It's
So,
like you
all right,
like
I've been working on
like you try to get all the clickbaity shit out the way early.
Got
Like
you,
thug
anyway.
act.
You see, this is how he's gonna try to water down.
No, I'm just saying, go ahead, get your shit off. You asked me about shit I don't even remember. M diss.
I don't have to rap.
I don't have nothing to say about an M diss.
I'm not close to where you at, but I don't have to rap no more. But I still want to rap. I still want to rap. And judging by what I saw with your arguments with the rest of Slaughterhouse, there's a part of you that's like, yeah, I still want to rap too. If y'all done worked that situation out the right way, then I would have been a part of it. Boom, Joe Budden comes back. Oh, Jet, Slaughterhouse, they back. Oh, Joe's rapping again. So there's a part of you that's like, I want to rap. I want to know, when you get the opportunity to go at one of the biggest names in the game after everybody else kind of ducked you. Drake was like, nah, he really ain't going that way. He said a little something, but he wasn't really going that way.
I need an
Hold it.
opportunity I don't need an opportunity to diss a rapper.
I'm not saying you need the opportunity,
But
I'm
you had
saying
one. You saying you had one
you had,
Why do I have one?
boom.
because he took he took a shot at
He
you.
took
See,
the first
I
shot.
don't view the world in the way that y'all are talking about.
See, we got to get
I don't
used
view
to
the
like
world
this
in the way
new
that
shit.
y'all are talking about. Another man don't ever dictate
You know what I
my
mean?
action or my thought. Like, my action and my thought is because I have processed this myself. Awesome that a rapper of that magnitude threw it out there, because for whatever the reason be, but the reason don't matter. Like, if I want to diss him, I can just diss him. And if his name is attached, y'all know clickbait culture, then hey, Joe Budden disses Eminem, and that's what it looks like. I'm not just getting out of the bed.
So what you saying, you still got time for it?
You be doing that all fucking day. You know how many niggas have dissed me?
But you used to do that all day. That's the whole thing.
When I was outside and dared anyone to do it. And nobody ever did it.
The first time I ever heard of The Game,
Nobody ever did it.
it was when Joe was taking
But that's
care.
why I can sleep comfortably
saying?
today. That's why I can laugh when people do these things. Hey man, I'm in the house chilling. But when I was there,
Right.
Y'all know it's me.
All right, so here's a question for when you was there.
Some things don't change.
Yeah. So here's a question for when you was there. Do you think Game was clout chasing when he took a shot at you?
Do I think
Game was clout chasing when he took a shot at you?
I'm used to talking about so many men, but I'm just
Come on. This is my expert opinion.
You're asking me about 2004 and 5?
Because
no, I don't
people
think he
still
was
have an
clout
interest.
chasing. I think that he took something I said a different way.
The day Eminem dropped his diss record, I was trying to figure out what the next move was. I'm on the computer, the message boards, which is what we had at the time, were going nuts. All of Eminem's fans, of which he had millions, were talking about not just Benzino, which would have been cool on its own. Had he been just a rapper having a beef with another rapper, we'd have no problem. But the fact that he involved the Source magazine in it, told everybody he was the co-owner, and called himself the 5 mic giver and all this other good shit.
Wait. Benzino calls him the 5 mic giver?
If I'm not, this is decades
ago.
ago.
I haven't heard this before.
The 5 mic giver.
It was in a bar. It wasn't like something he was walking around, but it was like in a bar.
I'm the 5 mic giver.
And he
pause. Sounds crazy.
And he, once he involved his business in his legitimate business with street/rap shit, it's all collateral damage. It all falls as a way to. If I bring my wife on stage and I dish you and you see my wife, now my wife is a part of your response.
Absolutely.
That's right. It's only right. So now the Source is involved. The message boards are going up, 20, 30, 40 pages of random people from the internet insulting the shit out of Benzino as much as they possibly can.
What was his response?
He got excited.
He looked like he was enjoying it.
He got excited because people were, I think, don't let me speak for the man, but it looked to me like because people were speaking about him, this was like Christmas. And I just knew I was getting fired. I knew once he made me show him, that was going to be it for me. I was like, in my head, I'm going over my resume. Like, what's my next move? Which bills am I going to cut off? You know what I mean? Like, where do I have to move? I'm going over that stuff. He was excited. He was super excited.
I was in the studio with Benzino when all this stuff was going on. And I wrote a 50 bar, and I've said this a couple times, like, yo, Em, I hope you don't think I'm trying to like bait you or nothing like that. But I wrote a 50, he actually dissed Misfit. I don't think people know this. He dissed my co-host on a song, Zeus. But anyway, we're gonna move past that. So I'm in the studio with Benzino, and he's like, yo, handle this, you a lyrical monster. I jump on the track. Hangman 3 gave me a beat CD. I picked the beat. I wrote this 50 bars of fire, flames, just, you know what I mean? I went back into the studio. He has a diss response. Rest in peace, Huddy. He had a diss response. LO had a diss response. He had people dissing him in Spanish. It was just a whole crazy situation. And once I saw that, I was like, you know what? This ain't special no more. I'm stepping out of it. And I stepped out of it, and I watched what happened. Now, having a company as big as yours in media, just like he did, how do you keep your personal feelings out of that shit?
I mean, it's a big picture involved. Like, Benzino was mad at me for like a year and a half over not doing another interview with him about Eminem.
About Eminem.
Specifically.
How does that happen? Yo, what's up, Vlad? I want to talk about Eminem. And you're like, no.
We'd already done a bunch of interviews with him about Eminem. I didn't want to like just keep rehashing, the same thing. So I was like, I'm going to pass this time. And he was like, what? Vlad's a culture vulture. Fuck Vlad. Rah, rah, rah. And I didn't really take it. I was like, all right. This is the side of Benzino turning on me that that I've seen before.
But he's been on your channel recently, so you guys got past it.
So no, but what happened was, Benzino was mad at me, but we're expanding our roster of interviewers. So like Sean Prez is one of our like go-to guys to do interviews. You know, I mean, he's done a lot of interviews for us, and he was like, "What do you think about doing an interview with Benzino?" And I'm like, yeah, you do it. Cool. And it was like, all right. And then that takes me out of the equation.
M never said Hitman or Clip's name.
Right.
Right? The facts is...
He mentioned Wildin' Out and none of that shit.
The fact is that Eminem and Nick Cannon had ongoing feud for forever.
Years.
So what it starts to then look like to the general public is that y'all jumping out the window with no
parachute.
Like they
None
hood
at all.
niggas. So now, you know, this is where it goes, this is where the opposite end of the track goes to, yo, you gonna listen to the niggas in the hood or you gonna be over here? Like, right? Cause niggas in the hood like, man, why you sucking that nigga dick, bro?
Right.
That's what hood niggas think. I'm telling you, this is the hood opinion. That man didn't speak about y'all and y'all just doing that. Y'all looking like y'all just sucking a nigga dick and a nigga needs you. I'm giving the hood opinion.
If you know, if I'm with Nick holding it down.
Right.
This, that,
Now
and
when you said holding it down, this is one thing with Nick.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm wilding out.
Right. No, you said
Cut
Nick.
the check.
You said earlier, you said Nick gave us, Nick feeding us.
He's occupying these guys. Yes.
No, but here's my thing.
Yes.
Don't let niggas gas you and say that your talent ain't the reason you getting paid.
Okay. That's true.
I
That's
don't
true
like
too.
that.
That's
Like,
true too.
If you wasn't Charlie Clips before or Hitman Holla before, you wouldn't be on Wild Out either.
Right.
So this goes for anybody that tried to. This happened last time on the thing about the homeboy shit. How they tried to, yo, I'm doing it for you. So
with the Cam and Macy.
Nah, nigga. Like I'm being entertainment and I'm getting paid.
Yeah.
We doing each other.
It's a service.
Service for each other.
Yeah, so I gotta do extra.
Right? Don't think, yo, Nick is the fam, and you know what I'm saying? Don't think that.
It seems like they built that brotherhood though.
I think it's a win-win
if
for.
his
I think
brothers,
it's a
I'm with
win-win
that.
for.
No, and Nick, no, this is not, because I know you, Nick. Me and Nick know each
Mook
other.
might be on the next diss track.
Look, I'm not, no.
He might throw you on it.
Nick can't throw me on nothing.
Nah. No, like, he might throw a shot at you, I'm saying. You might be in the next shot. The next diss song might have Mook name in it. You know what I mean?
Shout out to my brother Oom P. He just called. Hold on, I'm doing this shit with Math.
Yeah.
Mid-fade.
Pull up. We need you on the show, man.
Yeah, man. Come over here, man. We on the 118th and second, man.
Hey yo,
Get
I
over
think
here.
it's a win. I think it's a win for them. They battle. They
118th
tell
and second. Pull
jokes
up.
every day on
You winning
TV.
everything.
You think it's a win for them?
I mean, if Eminem,
Look.
let's imagine Eminem responds to them and says Charlie Clips says
Now.
Hitman. You get the upside to that?
No.
And this is why.
Oh my gosh.
This is why I backed out
That
of the
never happened.
Benzino
Oh
shit.
my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Because for me,
Oh my gosh.
But they still win.
Oh my gosh.
Even in the L, they win.
What?
But what's your opinion on
Oh
that?
my gosh. That's disgusting.
make sure you check his mic.
Am I
Check his
good?
mic.
My personal
That's
opinion is
disgusting.
as far as battling, I don't think Eminem could come and battle. Like,
What?
You
am I wildin'? I'm wildin'.
Yeah, you wild.
Wait.
So we see A-Mile?
When you that whole
Yo, I quit, bro. I quit.
It's Trump.
That shit was trash.
That's
Like
Trump.
that whole Eminem freestyle shit.
Listen to me.
Move,
Listen to me.
Eminem
Listen to me.
freestyle
That was
shit.
fire.
Listen
That
to
was fire.
me.
That was fire.
Listen to me.
don't like
Listen
it.
to me
Look.
very carefully.
Eminem
bro.
is top 5,
I'm
man.
disgusted at you for being in this battle culture and actually saying you don't think Eminem can come battle. This is literally how he became Eminem to you.
I understand.
I'm talking about real live battles. I'm talking about shit we doing. He was doing that. He was doing that.
Yeah.
This is what he does.
So
Yeah.
you trying to say that M don't got it no more?
It's like,
Bro,
and I
word to Terror Squad,
He
Joe.
just hit.
Okay, no,
But that's all
I'm not
puns
saying
aside,
that. I'm not
though.
saying he can't rap.
I know
Super
me and
ill.
Mariah didn't end on a high note. Everything on double
That was fire.
was
That was fire.
Everything.
He got
That was
triples.
fire.
He got
That was
triples
fire.
though.
He got triples,
Like,
bro.
this should be crazy. This
I'm
should
not
be
saying
crazy.
Eminem
I let him cut my balls
Yeah.
on too before I lost to you, Nick.
Yeah, that was fire. Super fire.
That's crazy.
That's
insane.
That's literally no lie.
So,
Nigga, that's a
But
gold,
I just feel
Yeah.
like the way battle rap is now, it would be like a little tougher for him on that stage.
What?
Just for the way it's cut, the way battle rap
Nah, I'm saying, no. That's not true.
Hold on, come
That's
over
not
here.
true.
Because nobody can't hear you.
Yeah, you need the mic.
Nobody can't hear you.
Come,
We were saying the same thing about Cassidy, bro. We was like, yo, he come from that era. He started.
No. But Cassidy ain't been saying nothing remotely close to what Eminem said.
Yeah,
At
you're
all.
right.
At all. all. At all. At all.
Cassidy.
At all.
It's Hoffa. Trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel a flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the way you need to surf you heard.